The great art of life is sensation, to feel that we exist, even in pain. For truth is always strange, stranger than fiction. 1,000 years may scare form a state, an hour may lay it in ruins. A celebrity is one who's known to many persons he is glad he doesn't know. If we must have a tyrant, let him at least be a gentleman who has been bred to the business, and let us fall by the axe and not by the butcher's cleaver. Let none think to fly the danger for soon, or late love is his own avenger. The reading or non-reading a book will never keep down a single petticoat. Shelley is truth itself and honor itself, notwithstanding his out-of-the-way notions about religion. If I am fool, it is, at least, a doubting one, and I envy no one the certainty of his self-approved wisdom. Shakespeare's name, you may depend on it, stands absurdly to high and will go down. I am acquainted with no immaterial sensuality so delightful as good acting. 'Tis pleasant, sure, to see one's name in print, a book's a book, although there's nothing in tea. In England, the only homage which they pay to virtue is hypocrisy. Every day confirms my opinion on the superiority of a vicious life, and if virtue is not its own reward, I don't know any other stipend annexed to it. America is a model of force and freedom and moderation, with all the coarseness and rudeness of its people. I should be very willing to redress men's wrongs, and rather check than punish crimes, had not Cervantes, in that all-too-true tale of Quixote, shown how all such efforts fail. 'Tis sweet to know there is an I will mark our coming, and look brighter when we come. I have always believed that all things depended upon fortune, and nothing upon ourselves. This man is freed from servile bands of hope to rise, or fear to fall, lord of himself, though not of lands, and leaving nothing, yet hath all. Wives in their husbands' absences grow subtler, and daughters sometimes run off with the butler. For in itself a thought, a slumbering thought, is capable of years and curdles a long life into 1 hour. I am about to be married, and am, of course, in all the misery of a man in pursuit of happiness. Men are the sport of circumstances when it seems circumstances are the sport of men. There is something pagan in me that I cannot shake off. In short, I deny nothing, but doubt everything. If I could always read, I should never feel the want of company. I would rather have a nod from an American than a snuff box from an emperor. Women hate everything which strips off the tinsel of sentiment, and they are right, or it would rob them of their weapons. All farewell should be sudden, when forever. Though I love my country, I do not love my countrymen. Now hatred is by far the longest pleasure. Men love in haste, but they detest at leisure. I shall soon be 6 and 20. Is there anything in the future that can possibly console us for not being always 25? Cervantes smiled Spain's chivalry away. A single laugh demolished the right arm of his country. We are all selfish, and I no more trust myself than others with a good motive. Folly loves the martyrdom of fame. He who is only just as cruel, who on earth could live were all judge justly. The poor dog in life the firmest friend, the first to welcome, foremost to defend. It is very certain that the desire of life prolongs it. The place is very well and quiet, and the children only scream in a low voice. What is the worst of woes that wait on age? What stamps the wrinkle deeper on the brow to view each loved one blotted from life's page, and be alone on earth as I am now? There are 4 questions of value in life, Don Octavio. What is sacred? Of what is the spirit made? What is worth living for, and what is worth dying for? The answer to each is the same, only love. The good old times, all times when old are good. It is very iniquitous to make me pay my debts. You have no idea of the pain it gives one. There is no such thing as a life of passion, any more than a continuous earthquake or an eternal fever. Besides, who would ever shave themselves in such a state? What a strange thing man is, and what a stranger thing woman. Though sages may pour out their wisdom's treasure, there is no sterner moralist than pleasure. Then stirs the feeling infinite, so felt in solitude, where we are least alone. For what were all these country patriots born to hunt and vote, and raise the price of corn? What is fame? The advantage of being known by people of whom you yourself know nothing, and for whom you care as little. As long as I retain my feeling and my passion for nature, I can partly soften or subdue my other passions and resist or injure those of others. This is the patent age of new inventions for killing bodies and for saving souls, all propagated with the best intentions. There's no doubt, so much the spirit calms as rum and true religion. I have a great mind to believe in Christianity for the mere pleasure of fancying I may be damned. He who surpasses or subdues mankind must look down on the hate of those below. Men think highly of those who rise rapidly in the world, whereas nothing rises quicker than dust, straw, and feathers. Man, being reasonable, must get drunk. The best of life is but intoxication. I have no consistency except in politics, and that probably rises from my indifference to the subject altogether. Fame is the thirst of youth. The fact is that my wife, if she had common sense, would have more power over me than any other whatsoever, for my heart always, alights upon the nearest perch. But what is hope? Nothing but the paint on the face of existence. The least touch of truth rubs it off, and then we see what a hollow-cheeked harlot we have got hold of.